Hello, all. Welcome back to your English class. I'm Jasmine, and this is the 25th module. In this module, we are going to continue with the chapter Low Spring, written by Anise Jung, taken from the book Flamingo. In the previous module, we saw the narrator interacting with more people from Firozabad. Now, let's continue reading further. In this paragraph of the story, you can see how the elderly woman is sharing her concern with the author. She complains that she could never eat a full meal in her entire life. The woman was trying to say that they are so poor that they cannot eat enough food. And that is the only benefit that she has received by adopting the profession of bangle making. The woman's husband has a flowing beard. He says that he doesn't know anything other than bangle making. All that he has been able to accomplish is to make a house for his family to live in. Here, the author says that we may think that the old man has at least built a house his own, which is still a dream for many. But what he calls a house is just a roof above his head. Here, the author is trying to show the poor economic condition of the bangle makers. Further, in this paragraph, the author tells that this is not just the story of the old man, but anyone who is a bangle maker at Firozabad had a similar story to tell. This problem was prevalent in all the homes which carried on the profession. They did not know anything else other than bangle making, and it did not even provide them enough to eat. The young men who had entered the traditional profession also had the same complaint. With the passing of time, there was no improvement in their condition. As they had been doing hard work for countless number of years, they did not have any ability to do something else or to dream of it. In this section of the story, you can see how the author is trying to help the poor bangle makers by giving different suggestions and ideas. The writer suggests them to form a cooperative. She talked to a group of young men to get out of the clutches of the cruel middlemen who had trapped their elders. The men said that if they dared to do something like that, they would be dragged and beaten up by the police and sent to jail. Their acts would be termed to be unlawful. The writer felt that as they had no leader, they could not think of doing things differently. They all were so tired, the men and their fathers. The men complained that it was a continuous process. Their poor condition led to lack of concern for their problems. This made them greedy and led to injustice. The writer envisioned that there were two separate worlds. One was of such families who were stuck in poverty and the pressure of doing the traditional profession according to the caste in which they were born. The other world is a never ending cycle of moneylenders, middlemen, policemen, law keepers, government officials, and politicians. Both of these worlds had forced the young boys to follow the family traditions. The young boys get into the profession and become a part of the vicious cycle even before they realize it. If they did anything else, it meant that they were challenging these two worlds. In this final section of the story, you can see the author shares her concern about the children from Firozabad. The boys had not been reared up to be bold so that they could dare to go against the system. The writer was happy to sense that at least Mukesh had the spark in him. He repeated that he would be a motor mechanic. He wanted to go to a garage and learn the job. The writer asked as the garage was at a distance from his home, and Mukesh insisted that he would walk up to it. Finally, the author asked Mukesh that if he dreamt of flying planes. The boy became silent and refused. He did not know about them as he did not know about planes, because not many planes flew over Firozabad, as he had only seen cars moving around in Firozabad. His dreams were restricted up to them. So that's the end of the story. Now let me wind up the session. I hope it was helpful. Thank you.